Hi everyone, Frankie here at New West Reset. I'm glad I caught this today. I was out walking around, saw this Assorted random. They could be fixing to knock this thing down here, people, so stick around and let's check out this old building. So yeah, I was just walking down 4th Street Southwest, just off 17th Avenue. Beautiful day here today. This is the Winston Manor, or former Winston Manor, and there's a proposed redevelopment going on for this thing. I just talked to a gentleman that's working on this site. He's not sure if they're going to actually knock it down totally or just renovate it, but it looks to me from this artist's rendering here in this picture that they're going to knock it down and just put in this sort of modern looking glass monstrosity in its place. So I thought we'd quickly have a look around. Excuse the noise. 4th Street Southwest is a major road. There's a bus. But right away you can see the facade brick, and inside there is the red brick. That's really interesting. And really low windows here as well. They're all boarded up, but you can see they're quite low. You can see the apartments there on the inside. There's arched doorways in the apartments in there. It's pretty cool. I've lived in old buildings like this before. There's one there where they've got the wall. I don't know if you can see, it's pretty dark. They've got the wall partially ripped away in there. Reveals concrete in behind that, and then I'm sure a brick on the outside of that. Then there's hardwood that they've pulled up, and then there's the wooden subfloor under that, and it looks like there might be a lower floor under that subfloor. I see a space between the gaps there. Sorry, I know it's dark and hard to tell, and lots of noise. Demolition going on in this place. Let's kind of tour around here and see what else strikes our fancy. And again, I've got to apologize for the noise and any of the glare. It's another beautiful day here today in Calgary. I think it's 22 today, 22 Celsius. So it's like, I don't know, double that and add 30 is what they say. Well, so what is that? I don't know, 75 Fahrenheit roughly. So here's the rear entrance, big huge header. I think that all of these, I don't think that those are sandstone. They look to me like concrete, but I'm not sure. I can't get in close enough to tell. But seeing different brick even on the outside. So not only are we seeing that red brick, a couple of courses of it revealing itself underneath the facade brick, but you have this facade textured brick here, and then they've done strips of the smoother red brick. It's very unusual. See, this whole area is just blocked off totally. So I'm wondering if they're going to take down all of these buildings. You can see they're hard to work at it in there. I've already got a big pile of debris up over here as well. I've already pretty much gutted this building. Cinder block building. There's another building beside this one that they're working on, that they're not currently working on, but it looks like it's going to be part of the project, so we'll have a look at that too. Another old apartment building here. This one might be the Garfield house, which we may have looked at before. I'm not too sure. We'll have a look at it when we go around to the front and see. But yeah, it looks like this is all going to be one big huge project. But this has that old red brick too. Really nice looking. Slightly different than that building in terms of the look. But and again, I don't have any info on when these were built, but it looks like roughly the same time period. Yeah, let's quickly have a look at this other building right here, and we'll shoot around to the front of this as well. So hang tough, I'll be right back. Okay, so this is that other building that's next to that project they're working on. This is Red's Diner, all-day breakfast. You can see here that they've got the facade brick here on the front of the building, which we'll look at in a second. It transitions to this red brick. Then they've had to paint it, of course, because graffiti and people defacing it. This does look like it has a concrete foundation, but the foundation is on different levels, so that's kind of odd. And this access to the back what would have been the restaurant. Funny tiny little windows all along here. That one's got a vent, that one's got a vent, glass block, and a window. Transom window, I guess. Not much going on in terms of the entire face of this thing. Let's shoot around to the side and then the front and have a look. Again, you'll have to look at this thing, by the way. That's a great looking old building too. K&W Home Automation, where design and technology meet. It's an audio store. Mudflood. It's a really cool old red brick building there. This is an older part of town as well. 4th Street Southwest, just off 17th Avenue. So they've got glass block underneath this huge window here. Nice little brick detail along there. A couple of small windows up above. I think the main door on this is on the corner of the building too, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. It's one of those cool buildings where they put the entrance right in the corner of the place. A little window up above there as well. Nice arched door with the transom. Kind of stumpy looking, with a stair going up, or one step going up. And this ground level kind of goes downward here a little bit as well. Again, you've got some of that glass block under these big windows. Funny little windows here and then bigger windows above. That's kind of neat. There's the chimney there. So you can see there's the concrete and they've smeared schmutz on it, and that's starting to break away. You can see how the ground gradually slopes downward here toward this end of the building, where they've got a vent down here and another vent here, and then a step up into this funny little door here, which I imagine it was the entrance to some of the residences above the restaurant in here, and then you could get from the back door that we also looked at. This is an old medical clinic. That was that cinder block building from the back, but I see a little bit of brick in there as well, right down in there. It's interesting. All kinds of, I don't know what that crud is in there, packed in there in between these two buildings. And then this wood facing on it, very weird. And you've got brick down along here that's been painted, and brick all along here that's been painted too. So that's, yeah, very unusual. And yeah, that was that Garfield Manor, Garfield Apartments. We have looked at this in the past too. Yeah, with that sort of built-in entranceway with the chains and these low front windows. And the glass block above the front door. That same facade brick, but then as you look down the building, and I think we did go down in between these two buildings when I shot this one, you could see that once you get beyond a certain point, that facade brick stops, and then it's just that regular red brick. And the windows are much longer. They're more elongated rectangles, whereas in the front they look like they've tilted on their sides. It's kind of unusual. So yeah, there you go. Another very neat assorted random here today. There you can see there too a transition between that facade brick and that red brick. Got one bordered right over there with this eave kind of hanging in front of it. It's kind of wonky. They've blocked in a window up in there too with cinder block. So that's kind of neat. But yeah, very interesting. Assorted random here today. So I'm glad I caught it before. Who knows if that building is going to be standing in a couple of months. Probably not. Yeah, thank you very much. Of course, let me know what you think down in the comments below. Just beep boop bop it down there for me. And yeah, that's going to seal the deal here today for New West Reset. Until the next one, have a good one. Take care.